Over all these years, Kia Seltos has become one of the most popular SUVs in India. And with this generational update, Kia hasn't simply just given it a facelift but reworked the entire package. It is bigger, feels more premium, and of course has become a lot more comfortable now. And these are the reasons why the Kia Seltos has been selling over 10,000 units every single month consistently. Now we have driven this car earlier this year and the first drive review is live on our channel. I'll link down that video either here or in the description box. But this video is going to be a lot different because we are going to answer one of the most frequently asked and important question, which is how fuel efficient is the Kia Seltos Diesel Automatic. Over the past few days, we have driven this car in city traffic, on highways and in bumper-to-bumper condition to find out exactly that. And while at it, let's also see what it does exceptionally well, where it could have been better and who should really buy this SUV. My name is Haji and you are watching CarWale. Now, Kia uses the tried and tested 1.5-litre turbo diesel engine producing 116 bhp and 250 Newton meters of peak torque. Then it comes paired with a 6-speed torque converter unit, and unlike the DCT, this one is tuned for far more smoothness than the outright performance. Also, Kia claims an ARI certified mileage of 17.8 km per litre, but again that is a brochure thing and we are going to test it because that doesn't tell you the exact story. Under the hood of every SUV is an engine that works harder than most. Castrol Magnatec SUV is specifically designed for SUVs. With proven technology that delivers 50% better heavy load protection, it clings to critical engine parts like a magnet, keeping your engine protected at all times. It's not just engine oil, it's ultimate SUV protection. Here's another interesting bit. The Kia Seltos Diesel Automatic is not just limited for the top variants because Kia has made it more accessible. You can now have the diesel automatic with the HTEO variant, which will cost you 15.32 lakh. This one right here, this will set you back by 20.52 lakh. Now let's come to the part that you guys must have been waiting for so long. The real world mileage of the Kia Seltos Diesel Automatic. In our test, we always follow a similar route, similar pattern. We have the similar testing conditions. In fact, we have the same fuel station that we fuel all our test cars in. And in the test, the Kia Seltos Diesel Automatic returned 12.32 km per litre in the city conditions, and out on the highway, it returned 16.65 km per litre. Now with a fuel tank capacity of 47 liters, you can easily get highway mileage of over 700 kilometers with this one. Now for the size of this SUV, these figures are really impressive. You can cover very good distance with this one. So if your running annually is very high, then the diesel Seltos is the one to go for. Now let's talk about the things that are actually really good. Talking about the design first, I personally like the side profile and the rear profile of the new Kia Seltos. This front may divide some opinions, and apart from that, and every other angle of the Kia Seltos looks very sharp and premium. Step inside and that's where the Seltos really stands out. The cabin feels genuinely upmarket and remains one of the nicest places to spend time in this segment. You won't get the typical triple screen layout that we have seen with few recent cars like the Sierra. This one does things slightly differently. You must have seen this setup with the Cirrus. There's your classic twin 12.3-inch displays, but there's also a separate climate control panel which gives the dashboard a clean and modern look. Now this doesn't mean you have to compromise with physical buttons because there's plenty of them. You have physical buttons, even a knob for volume controls, and even physical button for temperature and AC controls. And there's another quirk, not just one but 3 quirks. You have Type-C charging port, that too, 3 of them in the front row, which means if you're still carrying around a old gen Type-A charging port, it's time for you to upgrade. That said, the overall fit and finish of the Kia Seltos is just exceptional. In this segment, I don't see any other SUVs offering this much of quality control. If you look at the steering wheel, it has very quirky design. Even with these buttons over here, you don't see any panel gaps anywhere in the car. Then there are other thoughtful touches. The welcome seat function Ventilated front seats and driver's memory function add a premium feel, while the mesh headrests that are borrowed from the much expensive Kia models are a small detail that makes the cabin feel even more special. Rear seat comfort is equally impressive. You get reclining seats, rear sunshades, dedicated AC vents, and a panoramic sunroof that extends well beyond the second row, making the rear feel airy and comfortable. Now for the rear seat, as you can see, I have no complaints whatsoever. First of all, the leg room is decent enough. Knee room is also very good. The head space is again very nice. The seat is quite wide. Two people would be very comfortable here. Three could be a slightly tight fit. Also, I am seated slightly above the front seat, so I have this very nice viewing angle. The window area is also massive. I have rear sun blinds. This bench can also be reclined. But there are a few misses. First of all, the under thigh support, at least for my height, could have been better. Also, we have seen Kia offering rear seat ventilation for the Seltos, but it is sadly missing in the Seltos. So that is one thing that I feel could have been improved the overall cabin experience for the rear occupants. Out on the road, the first thing you'll notice is how much more refined this new Seltos feels. The diesel engine settles down quickly after startup, cabin insulation is excellent, and even at highway speeds, NVH levels are noticeably better than before. The 6-speed torque converter complements the character perfectly. It's smooth, predictable, and never feels jerky in traffic. Whether you're crawling through city congestion or cruising on the highway, it simply gets the job done without a fuss. Ride quality has also taken a big step forward. The revised suspension and longer wheelbase make the Seltos feels more mature. It absorbs broken road well and stays nicely planted on highway speeds. On the move, you can also feel the extra weight. Now, the new Seltos is around 100 kg heavier than before. While that's helped refinement and ride quality, it has taken away some of the urgency the previous diesel had. The gearbox too is tuned more for comfort than excitement. Kicks down aren't particularly quick, or enthusiastic drivers may find it a little relaxed. No doubt the cabin looks absolutely premium, but this black and white interior theme may make it look like a little somber. A colorful or slightly vibrant theme would have made it much more appealing, but don't worry, Kia has a lot of different interior themes depending on the variant you choose. So whichever variant you go for, you would encounter a different interior theme. That said, the missing feature list also include a co-driver powered seat and also a powered tailgate, which is now a lot common features in this segment, considering the competition doesn't miss out these features. So that is what I think is missing in this particular car. The infotainment system is slick and responsive, but the built-in navigation still doesn't integrate with the digital instrument cluster like some rivals do. And it also misses out on entertainment apps integration that are much common these days. Interestingly, this used to be a top spec version but not anymore. Recently, Kia introduced GTX optional variant with new features like rain sensing wipers, dash camera, heads up display, air purifier, one touch up and down for all windows, and a few more features in the ADAS bundle. Kia now offers an engine for almost every type of buyer. If your driving is mostly within the city and your annual running isn't very high, the naturally aspirated petrol makes the most sense. But if you spend a lot of time on highways, clock high annual kilometers, and want excellent fuel efficiency without compromising on comfort, then this diesel automatic is easily the sweet spot. It's smooth, effortless, and capable of covering well over 700 kilometers on a full tank, making it a fantastic long distance companion. Overall, I think Kia has taken the new Seltos to a different direction and for the better. It is not chasing the outright sportiness, but the new Seltos has become more comfortable, more refined, and also more upmarket in its class. When you look at the competition, the Volkswagen Tiguan, Skoda Kushaq, and even the Maruti Victoris, this one has much better cabin ambience and interior fit and finish and quality. That said, there's still one missing link, or should I say three. No hybrid, no CNG, and of course no electric yet. But all in all, the Kia Seltos is one of the nicest SUV that you can buy in the segment right now. It is much more comfortable, spacious now, refined in terms of engine, and you have plenty more features on offer. And if you want to know exactly which variant to buy, and if you want to compare the prices, if you want to compare the Seltos with its rivals and check on-road prices of all the variants across India, then head to our website. We'll cover everything for you. My name is Haji, and I'll see you in the next one.